Okay, today we're going to talk about another juicy chapter out of this book. If we were to design an infidelity generating machine, it would be Facebook. So I'm just going to read to you a little bit out of here. And I'm very interested in this infidelity thing because my dad was a serial cheater, but my ex-husband and I were monogamous for 25 years of marriage. And everyone that I know is monogamous if they're married. I don't know any cheaters, at least to my knowledge, but I find it very interesting. From time to time, in moments of transient loneliness, do you long for some temporary distraction or brief mental escape from your day-to-day life? Do you ever think about people you slept with when you were single or people you wanted to sleep with? Would you like to peek in, perhaps anonymously, on what these people that you slept with when you were single and wanted to sleep with were doing from time to time? Don't kid yourself. You're an idiot if you use Facebook. If you're vaguely unhappy with your relationship or marriage, and especially if you're more than vaguely unhappy with it, stay away from Facebook. The vast majority of what you'll find there is unhappiness masked as happiness. It will fuck with your head, your heart, and your relationship. Facebook is the single greatest breeding ground ever for infidelity. Nothing that has come before, not swingers clubs and key parties, not chat rooms, not workplace temptations, not Ashley Madison, Tinder, or Grindr. No, not even porn. Comes within 1,000 miles. I don't keep detailed statistics on those things, but if I had to estimate, I would say I get 2 or 3 new cases per week that feature infidelity that started or was made easier to perpetuate by Facebook. Who knew one platform could cause so much chaos? Seriously, if we were given the assignment to create an adultery service, isn't the following how we would design it step by step? Number 1, okay, on this platform, let's include every person each user has ever slept with or once fantasized about sleeping with. Number 2, let's give you, the user, the ability to communicate with each and every one of them, both publicly and privately. Number 3, there will be other people on the service too, people you know, family, friends, close co-workers, sort of strangers, and total strangers, so that when you do communicate with people you once had or have long maintained a sexual interest in, you have plausible deniability. Why did I like the picture of her in a bikini? Well, 50 other people liked that picture, and mostly I was liking the Hawaiian setting. As a bonus, businesses will advertise on the service, so when your spouse asks why you're using it so much, you can say, I'm reading reviews for pool cleaning services. You can say you're checking on your 401k while actually checking out your prom date from 20 years ago and seeing how her boobs appear to be holding up. Number 4, you have the ability to post photos of yourself showing this other person or persons what you've been up to. Number 5, but not in a candid, unfiltered way that captures your bad side, your blemishes, spinach between your teeth. No, you'll get to curate which pictures you display, and of course you'll post only those in which you look good, where you're doing interesting things, and which show as much or little of your outside life, spouse and kids, as you wish to share. Number 6, you can flirt with this person in so many ways. Micro interactions known as commenting on her status, commenting on his photos, or simply liking his witty posts, or posting items on your own page that comport with his or her interest and her political perspective, etc. I'm just kind of going to skip ahead. 7, okay, maybe you do want a one-on-one encounter after all, no problem. You can privately message him or her and discuss all kinds of subjects. Number 8, you can access this service from the office or while sitting on the couch at home 3 feet away from your spouse. You can get it on your mobile phone or your tablet. If you're at the store with your wife, you can't stare at a woman, but you can pass the time scrolling through every picture she ever posted. Now get this, what if within a few years of creation this app got so popular and ubiquitous that if you didn't use it, people would look at you as if you were trying to hide something? You what? You don't use Facebook? Why? You're trying to hide what you ate from us? Are you some kind of sociopath or something? Why don't you want to see photos of my children's dance recital? One more thing, the service is free. At least it's free to acquire and use. The repercussions can be a little bit more expensive. We wanted to create an infidelity machine. Check, 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 check. For a lawyer looking for evidence of said infidelity, Facebook often means checkmate. Facebook is foreplay. Facebook facilitates adultery and infidelity generally. Facebook gives you the means, the excuse, and the cover to communicate with people you have no reason and no business to talk to. Their day-to-day life has nothing to do with yours, not anymore anyway. In many cases, perhaps the majority of cases, you follow and chat with this individual because you remember him or her fondly, as he or she might remember you. The memories are from simpler times in your lives, when you were in college or high school, when maybe you had a lot more sex and when nervous possibility was in the air. Look at enough bullshit, highly curated vacation photos on Facebook, and you're bound to find the truth of your life gradually, then suddenly more depressing than it actually is. Oh, and in case you're interested, every status you post on Facebook may be used against you in a court of law. In addition to those terms of service that everybody agrees to and nobody reads, there should be some Facebook Miranda rights that are read to you when you sign up for Facebook. You have the right to refrain from using the service to document where you are, what you're doing, what you're spending money on, and whom you're spending time with. If you give up that right, anything you post, or anywhere you check in, or any photos you get tagged in can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to try to delete things from your page once your divorce has started, but I can assure you that my staff captured screenshots of everything before you were even served with the divorce papers. You have the right to unfriend your spouse, but trust me, some of your friends like your spouse more than they like you, and they're more than willing to grant us continued access even if you block your spouse. You have the right to choose what you post, but remember, other people can tag you in photos, mention you in their comments, and give access to anyone who might be looking for a solid trail to follow if we want to track your movements and/or spending. Oh, and Facebook complies with properly issued subpoenas from divorce courts. Quit Facebook. You don't need the temptation, and you don't need to create the temptation for someone else. Let the past be the past. Don't put the future in jeopardy just to indulge in some frivolous nostalgia. The negatives far outweigh the positives. I quit Facebook a year ago, and when people ask me why, I tell them candidly, I don't want to look in people's windows anymore to see what they're doing, even if they want me to, especially if they want me to. Don't waste your life crafting an advertisement for how great your life is. Get out there and live a great life. And that is really great advice. Facebook is foreplay. You don't need the temptation. That's what I'll call this. Really good read from James Sexton, divorce lawyer.